It is not going to rain on our parade. This is what a day this is, friends. And you know, I think, Don, I would just say this to you. I wanted to be the Public Works Director for the city of New Haven many years ago, but they said no because I was a girl and I couldn't do the job. So since that time, I've been proving to them that yes, we can do this, and infrastructure is a key to our economic future. What we're doing here today is talking about jobs, good jobs, high-paying jobs, and jobs that cannot be outsourced overseas. And we've got the folks in the audience who are ready and able to take it on, Mr. Administrator. And to Don, let me say thank you to you for all of your efforts and the coalition and all the work that you have put in. You're testifying your indefatigableness and really pushing the edge of the envelope in what we ought to be doing for infrastructure. And Administrator Mendez, this is proof of the vision of your vision, the administration's vision of how we can make our economic engine run again, literally make it run again. We thank you for your leadership. We thank you for continuing to prioritize investment in Connecticut. To my colleagues here, they're here because they believe in all of this, and at whatever level, whether it is Unc or Lonnie or Tony, wherever level, it is a partnership, local, state, and federal, in order to make these projects work. And I mentioned Unc. We stood here last February, and it was very cold. It wasn't raining, but it was very cold, to highlight this project. And this, along with the Q Bridge, are the projects that are really the heartbeat of what we need in this community. Worked hard with others to get $46 million for the Q Bridge in the last surface transportation bill. We're going to work hard to lock down more for the reauthorization. In the Recovery Act, as you know here, it's $72 million for the Amtrak bridge here. It is 100% ARA funded. You let me hear from those folks who say that this program is not working and that it hasn't put people to work in our community. Have them come here and witness this today. We have two big exciting projects. It's this one, the Q Bridge, and they're coming to life. We also have the Moses Wheeler Bridge on I-95 between Stratford and Milford. That's moving forward thanks to a $40 million high-speed rail grant in the Recovery Act. The high-speed commuter line that will run from New Haven to Hartford to Springfield is taking shape. Last week, I had the pleasure of announcing, along with Mayor DeStefano, a $16 million Tiger grant for the city of New Haven for the Downtown Crossing project, the reclamation of Route 34, a project that I worked on when I worked for Mayor Logue all of those years ago. Taken together, which is what we need to do, is understanding all of these projects together spurs our state economy and our Connecticut businesses, like A.H. Harris and Sons, that they have the infrastructure they need to compete, to expand, and to thrive. They are already making a difference, and as Shane will tell you, A.H. Harris is opening a New Haven location, and we're going to visit that effort this morning. As it's been said, what's true here in Connecticut is happening across the country. Investing in infrastructure is about more than stimulus and recovery. It is about how America will grow and compete. It is the centerpiece of a national growth policy for our future. It's about creating middle-class jobs and middle-class incomes here in this state. It's about this nation beginning to build things again, not just consuming, but going back to building. And it means whether or not we are going to be competitive with the economic power centers of the world. It's great to see the project made on the Amtrak and Q Bridge. It's the culmination of a lot of hard work, as Unc pointed out to us. What we need to do, just this last point, we need to fashion a national growth strategy. This is a nation that's built on bricks and mortar and fiber optics, whether it was the Erie Canal or whether it was a transcontinental railroad, the national highway system, the internet. Infrastructure network has always been the backbone of this economy. We have the engineers in the audience today. They will tell you that there's a $2.2 trillion infrastructure investment deficit. China, 9% of their gross domestic product is for infrastructure. India, 5%. United States, it's 2%. We've got to do better, and this is an example of doing that. And it's Secretary LaHood, it's Administrator Mendez, and they will tell you they're committed to doing this, and they're going to keep pace with what we need to do. I'm excited that the President talked about an infrastructure bank. I think it's a time, it's an idea whose time has come, and I won't contradict you, Don, but it was 14 years ago that I introduced the National Infrastructure Development Bank. 14 years. I tell you, we're on our way. We know what it can produce for all of us. Don did testify before the Senate Banking Committee, and I thank you for what you talked about and your support and the support of all of our friends out here for the infrastructure bank. You know, our construction industry has been hit very, very hard in this state. Up to 26% unemployment. It's 17% nationally, but in this state, up to 26%. We have lost 1 in 4 construction jobs during this crisis. But if we start investing in our roads, in our bridges, again, we can put these men and women back to work. We will move forward. Let me just say a thank you to everyone who is here today. Thank you for your tenacity, for your patience, for your stick-to-itiveness, and you know, we're going to get it done. If we build it, they will come, and the economy will follow right behind. Thank you very, very much, Don. Thank all of you.